are you shining just for me? City of stars, there's so much that I can see. Who knows? I felt it from the first embrace I felt with you. Didn't our dreams that finally come true? City of stars, just one thing everybody wants. There in the bars and through the smoke screen of the crowded restaurant, it's love. Yes, all we're looking for is love from someone else. A rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, to look in somebody's eyes, to light up the skies, to open the world and send me reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. And I don't care if I know just where I will go, 'cause all that I need's a crazy feeling, a rat-tat-tat of my heart. I think I want it to stay. City of stars, saw you shining just for me. City of stars, you never shine so brightly. What's going on? This is David Potts with Song Notes. Today's lesson will be for City of Stars. Awesome song from the La La Land soundtrack. So as of the date I'm recording this, La La Land came out in the theaters about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And this is the third lesson I've made. So check out these other ones if you are interested in learning more of these songs on guitar. I've had a blast learning these. This might be my favorite song yet. Couple things to note about this song before I get into the lesson. First up, if you look at the soundtrack, there's 3 versions of this song. The lesson I'm doing here is for the duet version. So just note that, because the other 2 versions of the song are in different keys. So if you use the chords I show you with the capo and try to play either of the other 2 versions, it won't sound right. You'll be in a different key. So note that. Another thing is, this is sort of a guitar version, obviously. I'm also taking the approach of making it a bit simpler and a bit more strum along. I am cutting a few corners, simplifying a few things. Because it's a guitar arrangement, there are certain things a guitar can't do that a piano can. So here and there might be a little differences, but for the most part, this should be pretty spot on for the spirit of the song, right? And the last thing I'll note is capo on the 3rd fret. The reason for that is just to make it easier for you. If there was no capo, you'd have to do a lot more bar chords. But with the capo, you can do some open position chords, which are a lot easier to play, especially for beginner players. So I wanted to sort of note all those things before I go into it. And otherwise, check out my website, playsongnotes.com. And I say that because all the notes and tabs for this song and this lesson and all the other lessons I've made, you'll find there. So if you want to access this stuff after the fact, when you're not watching this video, it's all there waiting for you. So otherwise, let's get into the lesson and I'll show you how to play this. So starting with the intro. The intro is 1 chord, E minor. That's open, second, second, open, open, open. Okay, now the sort of melodic riff I like to play here is top 4 strings only. You're just going to keep your left hand in that chord position. The first 4 notes are just the highest 4 notes of the chord. And then you're going to walk it down from the highest string open to so. And what you're doing there is using your pinky on the B string, the 3rd fret of the B string, to go from 3rd fret B string to open B string. So practice it, because getting the timing and everything may take some time, but it's pretty nice that you're kind of staying in that chord position. You're not doing anything too crazy. If you do want to take the riff down an octave, what you can do is get in that E position and then I don't really play this when I play it. It's a bit more claustrophobic. You're only on 3 of the strings, and you're kind of, I don't know, it feels like you're jammed in a tight space. Doesn't feel as freeing as... So, I wanted to show that to you though. But otherwise, that's the intro. Just stay on that as long as you want, whistle away, and when you're ready, jump into the verse. So for the verse, here's what it looks like. The key thing here is to note the patterns of these 4 different lines of the progression. Each line starts with an E minor, and all but the last line, you're going to go from E minor to A. You're going to be on E minor for 2 counts, and then A for 2 counts, or an A7, and then you're going to go to then either a B minor or a D, or you're going to do this D walk down. And I'll show you all that. But again, high level, look for the patterns. Any song you learn, look for the patterns, because usually songs are not just made up of random chords. There's usually some order and structure to things. And when you note that and you spot it early, it helps you kind of recognize similarities that are found elsewhere in the song and in other songs. So again, note that. But chord-wise, really quick, you know the E minor. You're going to need an A, open, second, 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 open, lowest 5 strings. Sometimes I'll do an A7, which is open, second, open, second, open. You'll need a D, which is open, second, third, second. D major 7, which is open, second, second, second. You're gonna wanna bar the 2nd fret with your index finger. And a D7, which is open, second, first, second. A B minor is a bar chord, 2nd, 4th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Sometimes you'll want to do a B minor 7, which is 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. You're just lifting up a pinky, okay? Start with the B minor, lift up the pinky for B minor 7. You're going to need and what else will you need? You'll need an F sharp. So this is a bar chord. It's 2nd, 4th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd. Sometimes I'll play an F sharp 7, which is the same thing. You just lift up your pinky. So 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd. Okay, so those are the chords you'll need. That's how to play them at least. Now, as far as strumming or finger picking, it's up to you. If you wanted to strum, I prefer playing without a pick. I just do a sort of casual strums. You could do all down strums to get started with, okay? So that would be like, City of Stars, are you shining just for me? You could do this for the whole song if you wanted to, or get a bit more complicated. Find a strumming pattern that works. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Or any other you like, okay? It's really up to you. What I do is sort of half finger picking and half strumming. The finger picking things I'll call out here is, in general, find a finger picking riff pattern with your right hand that works. A simple one is just you play the bass note with your thumb, and then you keep your index, ring, and middle fingers on the B string, G string, and D string. So. Don't feel too worried about, getting things really perfect. There is a bit of freedom with this song, right? There's a bit of an improvisational jazz feel to all the songs in this soundtrack, right? The 2 little melodies I'll show you that I really want to show you the exact notes for are the B minor and the D. And I'm showing you these because they really map to the piano you hear in the soundtrack version, specifically the first 2 lines of every verse. This. Now what I'm doing there is a B minor 7, and I'm going the middle 4 strings of the 6 on the guitar, right? And when I go down, I start with my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then I lift up that finger and play the 2nd fret of the B string, which is barred by my index finger. And again, this is matching, I think, pretty close to what you hear in the album. Now this is tricky. This is probably the part of the song that required the most practice for me. So if it gives you trouble, come back to it, keep practicing it. Don't feel discouraged if you can't get it right away. Similarly, for the D, what I'll do is And what I'm doing there, the key is to bar the second fret of the highest 3 strings and walk up and put your middle finger down on that 3rd fret of the B string and then lift it up when you come down, okay? What you'll notice is that's the B minor, this is the D. You kind of get that callback, right? That same little two-note dance right there, right? So that's personal preference. I like to play that. If you like to play it too, that's the tab for it. Check it out. 2 other quick little riffs I'll show you here. One is this walk down from D to D major 7 to D7. This is something you find in a lot of songs, so I want to call it out specifically. You start with a regular D, then the D major 7, where you're barring the 2nd fret of the highest 3 strings, and then the open second, first, open second, first, second, which is a D7. And really what's happening there is you have this descending notes from the D to C sharp to C. Okay? Now, I think on the album version, this is actually a bit more complicated. I think the piano is doing a D, and then an F sharp with a C sharp bass, and then a D7 with a C bass. Personally, that's too tricky for me to play, at least casually for this version of the song. If you want to do that, feel free, but I'm sort of simplifying it for the sake, especially of people getting started and who really want to learn this song. But the last thing about the verse is this B minor. B minor transition from a B minor to a B minor over an A bass. And what that means is you take a regular B minor chord, lift up your index finger so that the lowest note is an A instead of the B. This is a B, this is an A. And again, this is something you'll find in other songs too. And the reason I'm showing you is because usually in songs you'll find going from a B minor to a B minor over A, and then you'll either go to a G or an E minor. Basically, you're walking it down. You want that bass note to descend. Okay? So I wanted to call that out. That happens at the end of each verse and also at the end of the chorus. So it's something that's pretty common in the song, right? I think that's it for the verse as far as things I wanted to show you. But what is left? Well, there's the chorus. Good thing about the chorus is there's not much new. You do have a G chord, 2nd, 3rd, open, 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 3rd. And the G chord structurally, very similar to the verse. Look for the patterns, right? The patterns is that every line starts with a G, and then all but the final line goes to an A next. So it's do, 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 do. Do 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 F sharp 7 do 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 do. So what I'm doing there is G to an A. I just do open positions of both. For the F sharp, I do the F sharp 7 for sure here. And then for the B minor 7, you're basically moving your just fingers up or toward the floor, one string. So la da 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 da. And then the second time you go through it, you go from the G to A and you just stay on B minor right away. Go to B minor and stay there for twice as long, right? Then you do it again, G, and then to A, and then to F sharp 7, and then to B minor, da da da, to G, and then go to F sharp, do 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 do. So one other pattern to note in this song is the last line of the chorus and the last line of each verse, you go from the beginning chord to an F sharp. F sharp is your 2nd chord, okay? Note that. So last line of the verse, you go from E minor to F sharp. And last line of the chorus, you go from G to F sharp, okay? Again, remembering these patterns will help you remember, or noting these patterns will help you memorize things a lot quicker. So other than that, the chorus ends with a B minor to a B minor over the A, walk down, and then you do one last City of Stars, and this is an abbreviated verse. City of Stars, You never shine so brightly. And that's the end of the song. So I hope this was helpful for you. This was a blast to learn, and I really hope that this gave you what you were looking for as far as you who wants to learn this song. So let me know in the comments how you liked it. If you had questions, I'd love to answer them. Also, let me know any requests you have. Please subscribe to this channel too, because I have lots of lessons coming and I don't want you to miss them. And the final plea is to check out my website, playsongnotes.com. All my notes for this and many other lessons I've made are there. And if you like this, consider throwing a buck or two in the tip jar on my website. It really helps let me know you're out there and helps support the channel and just this ongoing project of mine and helps me make more lessons like this. But again, I hope you like this and have a great night. Keep on rocking. Bye-bye.